Hi there, Generosers! Welcome back to the YouTube. I hope you guys are good. In today's video, we are going to take a trip down memory lane, and we're going to look at the best things that happen in school. Now, these things get better and better throughout the video, so I want you to let me know in the comments, what is the #1 best thing that ever happened to you in school? And some of these things might not be what you expect. Before we start, guys, I just want to point this out. Of all of you guys that watch my videos, 20.6% of you are subscribed. I want to get that 20% all the way up to 100%. So if you watch my videos and you enjoy them, and I make you laugh, then please just subscribe. That's all you have to do. Thank you. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so I'm guessing all of these things are based on what school kids rate as the best things to happen in school. Okay, so it's starting with the least experience. So we've got 0.01% experience this. Joining a secret society. A secret society in school. Nothing cooler than an underground clan that conspires against teachers. I wish I was part of a secret society. That sounds so fun. I imagine that that's what like all of the naughtiest kids would do, where they make their master plans of how they're going to piss off the teachers that day. 0.3% of students experience this. Schools being burnt down. You no longer have to go to school. Sounds like the best day ever. No, my school never burnt down, but I do remember every time there was a fire drill thinking, please make sure this one's real. Please make this one real so we could all go home. But no, it wasn't real. We all just had to go back to our lessons. This one sounds really funny. 0.7% of students experience teachers fighting. I would have loved to have seen teachers fighting, especially if there were two teachers I didn't like. You know what? Even if they were teachers I liked. Actually, if there was a teacher I liked fighting a teacher I didn't like, I think I would have stepped in, helped the teacher I liked out, just like kicking him on the floor. In all likelihood, they'll both end up getting fired. Yeah, that is true. In that situation, if you did step in and like joined in with the teacher, do you think you'd get in trouble or not? Because you're technically joining in with teachers. There's only one way to test it. You probably would get in trouble. 1% of students experience this. Least favorite teacher gets fired. 97% of teachers are qualified to a degree level. I remember there was a teacher I didn't really like got fired because he threw a chair at a student. It was this really horrible old lady teacher. She'd been at the school for years and she finally left. Nobody liked her. And I just remember celebrating that day that she left. It was a great day. I think she retired. Your nemesis gets expelled. It might be a school bully or just someone you really don't like in the school. They get expelled or they leave. That is a great day as well. A single expulsion can cost taxpayers as much as $20,000. Wow. Did not know that. 1.7% of students experience the whole school being pranked. If you were to prank your entire school, what would you do? Well, to prank the entire school, it's got to be when they're all together in maybe an assembly. I would do something in assembly, like maybe, I don't know. I've heard lots of stories of people like hiding speakers in ceilings in an assembly and then just playing like porn or something. That sounds really funny. 2% of students experience this. Secret business makes money. There was always a kid in school that would go around like, do you want to buy Snickers? Do you want to buy Snickers? £1. £1. Why is that a quid? You could buy that for 50p in Tesco. Selling snacks in school can make you rich, or at least feel it. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I never understood why schools wouldn't let that happen either. 3% of students experienced homework being reduced. Roberto Nevilles invented homework in 1905. Oh my God. He's basically Hitler. Students have never forgiven him. Yeah, wow. I wish my school was one of the ones that reduced homework. They were definitely one of the ones that increased it. I just remember having so much homework to do for like every lesson that I went to. 3.7% of students have experienced no more uniforms. Now, this definitely happened to me, but only happened when I got to sixth form. What's that, year 12, 13? So when I basically turned to an adult, like 17, 18 years of age. But some schools don't allow that, so I was actually pretty lucky. The first use of uniforms was in 1222 in England. Oh no. That is so bad that England invented it. Of course England invented it. If you're from America and you're watching this and you wear a school uniform, I'm really sorry. Make sure you stick around to the end, guys, to find out what the #1 best thing ever to happen in school is. 4% of students experience this. Teacher brings food. One study suggests that eating in class can actually help improve concentration. Yeah, so why don't they allow us to eat in freaking class then? They've got like a vendetta against it. Teacher brings in food. Well, so your teacher would bring in food for you to eat. How is that? What? How nice is your teacher? A whole school party. Prom kings and queens were a tradition that began in 1950s. 4.7% of students have experienced this. A whole school party. We definitely had parties because it'd be like a school disco at the end of the year, but with the whole school, that sounds so fun. Okay, only 5% of students have experienced getting an A+ in all subjects. I am definitely not one of those 5%. How many students have experienced failing every exam? Jokes. No, I didn't fail all of them. I was just pretty average. I got like C's and D's. 6.7% of students experience longer summer vacation. Italy gives the longest summer break at 13 weeks. 13 weeks you get off. That's more than 3 months. Wow. I'm moving to Italy. No, I don't need to move to Italy because I don't go to school anymore. But wow. I'm pretty sure the UK gives like 5 or 6 weeks. Sometimes a bit longer. I think you get a bit longer if you go to private school. Sometimes it's even 8 weeks. But 13 weeks, wow, just to eat pasta and pizza and drink wine in Italy. That's so cool. 7.5% of students experience moving into your friend's class. That is a good day. That never happened to me, but it happened to my friend that moved into my class. 2% of students say they don't have any close friends in school. Really? That's sad. Imagine going to school and not having close friends. That is sad. Yeah, your friend would come in and sit next to you and you'd be like, oh my God, you're now in my class. This is gonna be so good. 9% of students experienced a fake sick note for gym works. In Poland, it is mandatory to do 3 hours of gym a week. I think gym is basically the same as PE if you're from the UK and you're watching this, which most of you are. I'm pretty sure it's mandatory in England as well. Like in English schools, you have to do PE. You have to do until you get to a certain age, then it's your choice. 10% of students experience getting a perfect test score. Wouldn't it be nice? And I bet some of them don't even revise either. You know those ones? Those kids that don't revise and they're just really naturally intelligent? I hate you. I hate you. I'm really jealous of you. It says tests can help encourage students to learn more. You can also do the opposite if you're shit at them like me. 11% of students experience being in class with your friends. 98% of teens say they have 1 or 2 close friends in school. That's nice. That is nice. The thing is, whatever class you're in, obviously there's going to be other students, so you just try and make friends with whoever's in your class. But if you don't like any of them, that's got to be tough. 12.5% of students experience watching the smart kid fail. They get annoyed when they don't get the highest mark. That is so true. They'll be like, oh my God, I only got an A. What? I was hoping for an A star. But like, f off, Charlotte. You freaking know-it-all. She'd literally cry. I do remember there being kids that would literally cry if they got a B or an A because they really wanted an A star. I suppose it just means that much more to those kids, and that's why they did better, because they tried harder. And there's me happy with my C, just glad I didn't fail, so I didn't have to resit maths. 13% of students experience having a favorite teacher for most of their lessons. You know, you may have the best year of school when this happens. Yeah, everyone had a favorite teacher in school. You'll probably think of someone right now. And if you had those for all of your lessons, you just knew that school year was going to be the best year ever. 20% of students experience sitting next to their crush. You'd sit down next to them, you'd be like, hi. It gives you an opportunity, so don't mess it up. Yeah. Just give it a go. Just give it a go. Don't do what I just did. 25% of students experience crush asking you out. So if that goes well, if you go, hi, and they go, do you want to go on a date? Wow. The average crush lasts only 4 months. What does it mean it lasts only 4 months? What, you only have a crush on them for 4 months? I don't know. Make sure you stick around to the end, guys, because these things get better and better. 27% of students experience show and tell. Oh my God, show and tell. I brought in, right, when I was in year 5, I think, I brought in a Venus flytrap. And I spent like a week practicing what I was going to say about my Venus flytrap. I think I can still remember some of it. This is my Venus flytrap. I like Venus flytraps because they eat animals and digest them. I was like, it costs $9.99 from Dobby's. Oh, I love my Venus flytrap. Yeah, show and tell was the best. I wish they did it in secondary school. 29% of students experience allowed to swear in class. This will only happen if you're reading a book or quoting something. Yeah, I do remember reading of Mice and Men. We were allowed to read the N-word as it came out. I remember it coming up to me and I just skipped it. And the teacher said, why did you skip that word? I was like, what? What do you think? I'm not a fucking racist. And she was like, no, it's okay. This is the one time you're allowed to do it. And it just felt really weird. Just because you're in English and you're reading it from a book, it just seemed really strange. 33% of students experience playing dodgeball in gym class. Yes, dodgeball was so fun. I loved it. Not everyone loved it. I just thought it was a great outlet. And it was just a way to throw balls at the kids you hated the most in school. Dodgeball was first played in Africa. Wow, didn't know that. The more you know. 35% of students experience computer lab all day. Right, so you just have a lesson on your computer all day where you can just play games. Game-based learning in school is becoming more popular in schools. It makes sense. It's way more interactive and fun for kids. And to be honest, you probably would learn some things. You'd hope so anyway, wouldn't you? 37% of students experience getting to go to lunch early. Yes, sometimes. It would only happen if we'd behave particularly well and we got all our work done. They might let us go 5 minutes early. You get first picks of the best and freshest food. Yeah, you'd run straight to the canteen and be like, oh my God, I can get the biggest portion. Oh yes, the memes. 40% of students experience this. This is quite a lot. The teacher not showing up. I think there's a rule, right? If your teacher doesn't show up after 15 minutes, you're allowed to leave. That's what I heard. I remember there was one kid in school that would say that. We'd all be like, is that true? I don't know. Well, one time it happened and we all just left. After 10 minutes of the teacher not turning up, the lesson is cancelled, right? Well, they're saying 10 minutes, I'm saying 15. I don't want to get into trouble. 41% of students experience Pizza Day in cafeteria. October is designated as National Pizza Month in the US. I didn't really have a lot of school lunch when I was in school. I mainly had packed lunch, but pizza sounds good. This is crazy to me that 44% of students experienced pajama day. We never had pajama day when I was in school. It was always one of those things that if someone said, oh, do you know tomorrow's pajama day? You come in your pajamas and it turns out they were just pranking you and nobody was wearing pajamas and you look like a tit. Because bringing back horrible memories now. Nothing makes school feel cozier and more relaxed. It does sound great though. I would have loved a pajama day when I was in school. 45% of students experience making the sports team. The most played sports in school is soccer. Soccer? Do you mean football? 47% of students experience surprise field trip. Pupils who take part in field trips are more likely to get better grades. There you go. I took geography because I thought I was going to go on loads of fun school trips. Turned out, we went to Hastings Beach in England. We just had to note down the rocks and the different ways rocks could be broken down. I was like, this is the shittest thing ever. I didn't have any surprise field trips though. How can you have a surprise field trip anyway? You have to notify the parents that you're taking them out of school. Unless you got a dodgy teacher, I don't know how that's gonna happen. 50% of students experience successfully skipping a lesson. Enjoy it while it lasts. You're in trouble next time you show up. Wow, 50% of students did that. I only did that when I got older and lessons became less you had to go to them. A bit more like university where you don't have to show up. So yeah, I suppose I did do it. 51% of students experience extended recess. So recess is break time. So 81% of teachers say pupils' behavior has changed positively due to recess. Yeah, well imagine if you couldn't have a break. You didn't have break, you didn't have lunch, and you just had to freaking go through the whole day. That'd be horrible. 55% of students experienced a snow day. Oh my God, the memories of having snow days. You'd wake up in the morning, open the curtain, you'd be like, oh, snow, it's Christmas. And you'd just listen to the radio and you're listening out for your school and hoping to God that it is closed for the day. Oh God, yeah. And if it was just the best day ever. You spend the whole day making snowmen, throwing snowballs at your friends. Oh, they don't make snow days like that anymore. 58% of students experience when a gaming club is formed. Did your school ever have a Minecraft club? No. No, it didn't. That sounds sick though. 60% of students experience fun science experiments. Whether it's dissections or mixing chemicals, science class can be the most fun. I never did any dissections. I do remember the teacher in science bringing in, I think it was a sheep lungs. It was literally a set of lungs that the teacher would pump up. I remember she connected something into it and she pushed it down and it would inflate the lungs and they would expand. It was really cool, but also really weird at the same time. Why did we need to see that? 65% of students experience gym class gets cancelled. Around 50% of pupils take part in 3 hours of gym class a week. I wouldn't say that's a good thing. I loved PE when I was in school, so if that happened, I would have been really upset. 69% of students experience electricity going out. This means you have to wait for the teachers to set everything up again. In the whole however many years I was in school, I don't think I ever experienced one power cut in school. Probably because they had a backup generator or something, but yeah. Crazy. Right, don't forget guys, these things are getting better and better and we're getting very close to the end now. 74% of students experience going to an amusement park. This normally happens at the end of the year as a treat to students. This happened to me. This was a business school trip. We went to Thorpe Park and the teacher basically wanted to just understand how a theme park works on the business side to it. But we didn't give a shit about that. We just wanted to go on all the roller coasters. That was the best school trip I went on, definitely. 77% of students experienced teacher forgetting to give out homework. Oh my God, when that happened, especially if it was before the summer holidays, that was so good. Because then you have 6 weeks off where you don't have to do anything. And then you'd come back and the teacher would be like, where's all the homework, guys? Why has nobody done the homework? We'd all be like, so you didn't set any? I know, without a doubt, I would have definitely set some homework. So if you don't get it out right now, you're all getting a detention. We're like, what for fuck's sake? UK students get an average of 4.9 hours of homework a week. That's so much, especially when on top of all the school. 79% of students experience a fight breaking out. 28% of male students get into a physical fight in school. I was never in any fights in school. I don't know. I didn't really hate anyone enough to get in a fight with them, and I didn't really ever need to, I don't know, I just didn't need to get in any fights. I guess I just got lucky. 80% of students experience this, a test being cancelled. I don't think that actually ever happened. If the teacher said there was going to be a test, why would they cancel it? Standardized testing is used to help evaluate the success of a school. Yes, I know what a test is for. Why are you telling me that? 83% of students experience going home early, getting home before anyone else and not having loads of people outside. The only time that would happen would be if you were ill or you fake an illness and you go to the school nurse and she'd be like, you want a wet paper towel? But no, I've broken my arm, you stupid bitch. 87% of students experience watching movies in class. The teacher wants a lazy lesson, so you get to have one too. That was always so good. It would normally happen towards the end of the year, like maybe before the summer holidays or before like some sort of break, because you've done all the work, you've done all the hard work. And why not, you know? You deserve to watch a film. And it's always funny watching them in class as well with your friends, because they wouldn't shut up talking. And it would just be like funny. It would just be funny. 89% of students experience leaving school, just literally leaving school. Graduates face an 87% employment rate nationally. Interesting. That was a good day, leaving school. I do remember my last day of school. I remember thinking, wow, this is my last week of school. Like, I've spent years of my life here, and now it's all coming to an end. It's the last week. I have to say goodbye to all my friends, all my teachers. Of course, some of your friends you stay in touch with, but you don't stay in touch with all of them. It's a really weird day. 90% of students experience non-school uniform day. Oh yes, non-school uniform day. And this was the day where you would judge heavily the others around you. Some of them wouldn't even bother with non-school uniform day. They would just want to wear their school clothes again. Why? I don't know. And then others would forget. If you forgot it was non-school uniform day, that was so bad. You'd just be like screaming at your mum to turn the car around. Like, I need to go back. It's non-school uniform day. I cannot be seen in my school clothes. Uniforms can help pupils fit in as there is no pressure to dress cool. Yeah, I guess I get that. But at the same time, being allowed to wear your own clothes also makes you more relaxed in school. You don't feel forced into it. 96% of students experience being sat next to friends. Oh, that is so good. When you get sat next to your friend, the lesson is going to be amazing. You might not get a lot of work done, but you just know it's going to be a great lesson. Lessons are much better when the random seating plan puts you next to friends. 97% of students experience school being cancelled. Climate change means that schools are shutting increasingly because of too much heat. Wow, I did not know that. I don't know if that's happening in the UK, or maybe it is. We have had a few hot days in the last few summers, to be fair, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments, have you ever not had to go to school because it's been too hot? Like, if they just shut schools because of the heat? That's crazy. And finally, the best thing, arguably in school, that every kid can agree on, the number one best thing, is recess. Every student has experienced recess, or you at least hope. Recess can contribute to 70% of a child's weekday physical activity. Yeah, because you'd just be running around chasing your friends, playing kiss chase. I don't know, trying to put bogeys on their face. I don't know, whatever you're doing. Yeah, that is definitely the best thing that happens in school. Unless the school gets cancelled. That's the only thing better than that, is not having to go to school in the first place. Okay, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and this brought back memories for you. Maybe not memories. Maybe you're going to school right now. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think the best thing in school is. Hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!